Hello everyone. Hope you all are happy and healthy. Today I am back again after a brief period. I really want to thank each one of you for your patient being because I was unable to upload the videos for a couple of days. So without any further ado, let's get started. In this video, we will be studying The Great Indian Middle Class by Pawan Verma. First, let's brief you about Pawan Verma. He was born on 5th of November 1953. He is an former Indian Foreign Service officer and was an advisor to Chief Minister of Bihar, that is Nitish Kumar, with cabinet rank. So after voluntarily retiring from foreign service with an undistinguished record in 2012, Verma became a cultural advisor to Chief Minister of Bihar. Apart from this, his writing include Ghalib the Man, The Times in 1989, Havelis of Old Delhi in 1992, Krishna the Playful Divine in 1993, Yudhishthir and Draupadi in 1996. On 1st April 2004, he published Being Indian, The Truth About Why the 21st Century Will Be Indians. Again, he was also awarded Kalinga International Literary Award in 2019. Now, let's know about The Great Indian Middle Class. Firstly, it was published in the year 1998. It is a fantastic trip of 243 pages. This book is about the evolution of Indian middle class since pre-independence time. It brings back the grave realities of Indian society and showing myth of the middle class. The book is criticizing the middle class and not in any sort glorifying it. It is evident that India is evolving as a nation, emerging from past shadows to the future of possibilities. And in this, the middle class has been a key player. As in this module we are talking about the great Indian middle class, first of all we'll see what is the definition of middle class. According to writer, that is Pawan K. Verma, anybody who has a home to live in and can afford 3 meals a day and has access to basic health care, public transport and schooling with some disposable income to buy such basics as that of a fan or watch or a cycle, has already climbed onto the middle class category. Means, author consider those persons as middle class who have opportunity to buy goods other than their basics like watch or a cycle. Now coming to the size of middle class, although middle class has grown in the last few years, it is difficult to give an exact figure about its size. So, author gives us some rough estimate of it. He says, population of the middle class accounts for nearly 400 million, who are below the 2% rich people and above the 300 million who are below the poverty line, plus 2 million who are still very poor. Now, let's get started with its summary. Here, just to understand the book in more clear manner, I will be dividing it into 2 parts. First, early stage of independence and second, later stage of independence. In early stage of independence, author Pawan K. Verma has first started with the evolution of the Indian middle class, especially during the time of independence. Here, the author outlines the political scenario of the independent India and briefs on the qualities of the then Indian middle class. It was nice to read that the middle class in that period lived a very simple life, whose demands were very few and had a fulfilling life. It was only after the 1960s that the profile of the Indian middle class has changed due to many political changes. Main reason was in 1960s, the middle class elite emerged on the scene, which represented the roots of British colonialism. I just called elites as roots of British colonialism because we are aware that Britishers came to India for trading Slowly, their trade flourished, and then they decided to consolidate their power by ruling this gigantic country. And to facilitate communication between Indians and British colonizers, they created English education system. Now, for Indians, this education system stood as opportunity to secure job and rank under colonialism. And thus many came forward and began taking their education in English. So these people further were called as English educated administrative class. That was rightly pointed by Thomas Macaulay that Indian in color and blood, but English in taste and opinion. However, British finally left India. But it was this class which had its first stage of power in independent India. Here, the author makes observation that in a country whose culture and civilization was thousands of years old, the institution that emerged after independence had little or no resemblance to the past of India. And this change, even it was for better and for being modern, this change was not drawn from Indians but from Britishers, who can also be called as outsiders. Then, English became lingua franca of the state. By lingua franca, we mean that common language to communicate between people of different backgrounds. So, English as lingua franca became the voice of the initial educated class and became the language for exclusion. Means, English educated middle class person were removed from the understanding of its own country, and they hardly represented the cause of an average Indian. But still, the author notices in pre-independence era, the intention was noble. The influence of Mahatma Gandhi, the champion of the poor, was still strong. The privileged or the elite still felt a moral obligation to the betterment of the poor, though their actions were far removed from it. This was because the lives of earlier representatives of the people were different from those of the vast majority of their country. Or maybe it was because their education system never taught them about the problems of Indians which made them to remain different. Now to explain this, author gives the instance of Jawaharlal Nehru. He says, even Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India, found himself in that uncertain situation. In spite of it, in early years, the Gandhi-Nehru legacy was strong. There were general consensus that nation-building exercise was for the betterment of all, in which educated middle class had an important role to play. The gulf between theory and practice existed, but ideological framework was still alive.
That's it for this video. Just to avoid boredom and lengthy videos, I would be making second part on the remaining portion of the book. And if anyone wish to get notes of this video, you may visit our Telegram channel as mentioned here or by following the direction as given in the description box. If you like my video and wish to support me, then please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.